It is the culminating match day of your PFF Women's League 2023 sponsored by Coca-Cola Philippines. Coming to you live here from the historic Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. We have two more matches to settle. Of course, first, it's the bronze medal match, an all UAAP duel between the De La Salle University and Far Eastern University on your screens. That is our battle for third before Kaya and Manila Digger square off later tonight. But first things first, malalaman natin sinong koponan ang mag-uuwi ng second runner-up distinction. Of course, there are bronze medals up for grabs. Magandang hapon po sa kanilang lahat. Levi Verora on the call on this 11-11 Saturday. And we have, again, just two more matches in your PFF Women's League 2023 edition. LaSalle, FEU, two of the most successful UAAP women's programs. Parehas may 11 championships, and we couldn't have scripted this any better. It's LaSalle and FEU, and let's go to De La Salle, their starting roster for this match. You won't be seeing that much changes. Of course, it's the usual suspects for them, and you see it on your screens. Coach Alvin Ocampo will opt for the 4-1-4-1. Makikita natin yan mamaya. But of course, you have May Mendaño. You have the captain, Ana de los Reyes, former MVP in 2020 when, of course, LaSalle won the three-peat in the Women's League. You also have Otom, Layakan. Teves is the top goal scorer with 18 this season, and of course Shai Del Campo still just managing to return from injury and become the better or the best version of herself. Dumako naman tayo sa FEU, the Lady Tamaraws, the defending UAAP Women's Champions, also the Cup winners from 2022. And again, you have the veteran Inday Tolentin, who is their leading goal scorer as well. Has 15 this year, had 13 last year. And then you have, of course, Melay Altiche, Kat Magbitang, Junela Albino there to provide support. Rebosura, the star of that championship winner in the UAAP season, will look to do the same against, of course, their finals competitor. You also have Jen Tulabing there, who has 4 goals across her name. The head coach is Chols Villarino. And again, interesting duel between LaSalle and FEU. Ang ganda ng history ng dalawang koponan na ito, as we are of course moments away from the official march in and the tossing of the coin and of course the team photos. But just do stick around. Again, this is the battle for third, to be followed by the championship match later tonight. It is your PFF Women's League 2023, sponsored by Coca-Cola Philippines. And there you have it, the official march in De La Salle in their white and green, and Far Eastern University naman in their gold and the green trimmings. And now both squads proceeding with the ceremonial handshake. And maya-maya makikilala natin ang ating match officials. De La Salle again, three-time winners of the PFF Women's League before the pandemic happened. Ito namang FEU, when local women's football returned last year, it was the PFF Women's Cup. During that time, they won that tournament. And ito na nga, ang FEU captain's armband worn by number 5 Inday Tolentin, the leading scorer, the former Cup MVP. And now you have De La Salle, ang kanilang kapitana naman, it's Ana de los Reyes, the MVP in 2020. MVP versus MVP again. We have mentioned on top of the coverage, we couldn't have scripted this any better. Two of the most successful UAAP women's football programs, 11 titles apiece. FEU, of course, the defending winners in the UAAP. Both universities using this as a build-up for the upcoming football tournament next semester dun sa kanilang liga, of course, in the collegiate ranks. But first, it is the bronze medal match in your PFF Women's League 2023, sponsored by Coca-Cola Philippines, the two captains. Now with our match officials, the referee is Crismel Cayabyab, assisted by Kim Zoren Abuel and Adrian Denise Gumtang. The fourth official is Timothy De Castro. They will be assessed by Randolph Estremos. Your match commissioner is Karen Ann Kaliway. Moments away from kickoff. We're just waiting for the whistle. But for now, bibilog ang ating mga player.
At this point, we would like to offer a minute of silence for the memory of the father of Far Eastern University player Kyla Doctora.
And this is again to commemorate the life of the father of Kyla Doctora, who plays for FEU. Is of course the younger sibling of Ruben Balut Doctora Jr., who plays for Stallion. We had this in the Copa Paulino Alcantara. We're doing it also here in the PFF Women's League bilang paggunita po at pag-alaala sa namayapang ama at of course para sa pamilya Doktora. Patuloy po naming pinagdarasal ang tinatawag ng eternal repose ng inyong namayapang ama. And we are a family here. We compete, of course, on the field, but off it, we are all brothers and sisters in arms.
May he rest in peace.
Such a powerful moment as always. And now we are officially moments away from the start of this bronze medal match. De La Salle University from Taft, Far Eastern University from Moraita. Their roads meet once again. Just a few months ago, they were also here. It was Regine Rebosura, the hero of that match in added time, or in extra time rather. A late goal after Shai Del Campo equalized. It was Regine Rebosura who had the last laugh, delivering the title for FEU. And she also is just a rookie, so pangalawang taon pa lang niya pagdating sa susunod na UAAP season. We have a lot of interesting narratives here, storylines as well. Nakausap natin both coaches, Coach Alvin Ocampo and Coach Charles Villarino. Sumusubaybay, of course, yung Kaya FC at Manila Digger FC. They will be up next. It's going to be an all-club finale for the first time In the PFF Women's League, there can only be one. Pero mamaya pa yan, alas 7 ng gabi, also here at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. For now, it's De La Salle University and Far Eastern University. Once again, live po tayo sa ating PFF Women's League Facebook page. Also on the Philippine Football Federation Facebook page on this Saturday afternoon. And here we go. Once again, ang Lasal po nakasuot ng puti with their green shorts. FEU in their familiar yellow gold with dark green trimmings. That is the opening whistle. De La Salle with first possession here, playing from left to right on your screens. They are in a 4-1-4-1 formation, at least on paper. That's what we're seeing. But of course, it will all depend on how they react to the offense given to them, the challenge of FEU, as the flag is up. FEU will have their first touch right here. This is Albino. Ibibigay muna sa kaliwa. One of the fullbacks, that's Laika Cuenco. Balakwa. Patient approach here for the Lady Tamaraws early on. Creating some room, and now to the veteran. Threading that needle, they go to the ground pero masyadong malakas yung pasa. Unable to chase was Lenlen Cristobal, one of the younger players, recruits of FEU. First 2 minutes of the action here, and obviously this is the battle for third, so there is a chance that after regulation time tabla ang laban, we go to an extra 30 minutes. This one, the flag stays down. Pagkakataon para sa Lasal. Well, the support has not gotten down, and mabilis rin namang naitigil ng depensa ng FEU ang atake na yon on the throw-in. Laika Cuenco. Solid individual effort from the left back of FEU as that ball sails out. It's going to, I believe it's going back to FEU. Both teams just feeling it out in the first few minutes here. Nothing spectacular or explosive yet. Of course, nagko-conserve din ng energy itong mga ito. Again, like what we mentioned, this is a knockout match. There's a possibility it goes the distance. De La Salle, of course, losing to Kaya 2-1 in the semifinals. Interestingly, it was Angelica Teves who scored first in that match. But ultimately, Kaya humabol. Sheila Kadag with the go-ahead goal. Kaya nakapasok ang Kaya sa championship match. Ang FEU naman galing din sa isang heartbreaking loss to Manila Digger FC. It was 0-0. After extra time, it went to penalties. And it was Manila Digger, with the help of their goalkeeper, winning that match via penalty shootout. 4-3 is the final. FEU trying to advance this ball to their attacking third. Immediately denied, but losing control was Sam Toledo. Back and forth we go here. Again, just a feeling out process. First 4 minutes of this contest. Glad to have you join us as this clearance was made by Albino. Lasal and FEU, two UAAP squads disputing the battle for third, for the right to be called second runner-up of the PFF Women's League 2023, sponsored by Coca-Cola Philippines. And there is a whistle, looks like a foul Oh, this time on Lasal. Oh, somebody slipped. It looked like it was Lenlen Cristobal. The ball continues to roll. Inday Tolentine making a chase. And that effort pays off. Now here's a 1-2. Nag-aabang si Altiche but hindi maibibigay. And that is an obvious call for our referee to make. Taken down was Teves. Oh, they go direct. It's a long one. Flag stays down. Pagkakataon, and it is denied by Elauria. The first shot on target for Lasal, but not enough power for Toledo. So again, in that 4-1-4-1 by Lasal, you can see that Del Campo yung nauuna dun sa harapan, but you have the likes of Toledo, Teves, Danyoso also ready to attack if the opportunity presents itself. A good save by Elauria. First challenge for Yasmin May Elauria of FEU. And this shot goes wide from distance. Lasal ang nakauna in terms of the shot attempts, but nothing really coming into fruition here. FEU will try to reset. 7 minutes have gone by. And a hard touch leading to a goal kick. Hindi na mahahabol ni Danyoso. Early stages of our battle for a third match. And you can see, of course, sa body language lang ng ating mga player, they're still fresh, feeling out, full of energy, although you want to conserve that as well. It's a battle right now between Tolentine and looks like Autumn. Throw in FEU. Bounces off two players. Recovered. And now they swing it to the other side. Trying to go to the ground. Interesting choice there for Teves. Or rather for Cuenco. Fortunately for FEU, they recover this ball. Tolentine. Autumn to her left. Tolentine moves deeper, and this one is captured by Jessica Pido. Her first touch of the afternoon as well. Tough angle there for Tolentine to really create something for her teammates. Mendaño. A scramble in the middle. As that ball goes out. Wala babalik sa FEU. Wala pang koponan na masasabi natin nakapag-establish ng control in terms of the share of the ball here, the possession, and now it's with Tolentine, but a good individual effort from Humawan, or Autumn rather. De La Salle's back four not giving an inch here, as that is a handball. Pagkakataon naman para sa Lady Booters. Now, you don't see it on your screens obviously, pero paunti-unti kumakapal na ang tao dito sa loob ng Rizal Memorial Football Stadium in anticipation of the championship match. Kaya FC Iloilo, their women's squad, and Manila Digger FC. That's definitely going to be a great one to end our women's football tournament for the year. As a foul is called, couple of players down. That was Stephanie Gonye, yung kanilang right back nitong De La Salle. And now she stumbles once again. She'll have to take her time a little bit more. Medyo ininda niya yung nangyari doon. So a couple of plays earlier, Mendaño sends this one to the skies for a moment to Labing. Back and forth we go here. Tulabing tries to intercept. Controlled beautifully by Dañoso. A couple of passes here for LaSalle. They go to the ground. But there is resistance for FEU. Good activity from the middle for the Lady Tamaraws. Albino. Whenever that ball is with Jonella Albino, she just scans the field before deciding what is next. Now moving forward, FEU once again. To the right flank they go. That ball ends up with Bendaño. And now controlled once again by FEU. Here's a shot. And that one deflected by Pido into a corner for the Lady Tamaraws. First legitimate attempt right there. It's the captain, Inday Tolentin. The left-footed strike makes Jessica Pido commit to her left. Corner set piece here for the Lady Tamaraws. A dozen minutes have gone by. Janly Fontamillas is set to deliver. Good aerial on that one. Who's gonna get this first? Looks like it was LaSalle. Altiche wins it back. That ball bounces, but the header is wide and out. Good effort from Altiche, and then this was obviously onside. All too close for comfort. Regine Rebusura. But of course, Jessica Pido, hinihintay yung bola. Mahirap timingan yan, mga kaibigan. Just the path of that ball. It's always tricky to be a keeper in any level. Altiche once again against two, and a good effort once more from Dañoso. It's going to be a foot race. Clearance made by Albino. Well, check that. That ball already out. So it goes back to green and gold. There's a closer look at Cuenco. And lots of resistance for LaSalle doon sa magkabilang linya. Not really giving real estate are your Lady Booters from that particular area on the field. And now here's a turn. Layakan, solo effort. Not much white shirts within the vicinity. And she just loses it. Second try here. There is a collision. And the whistle is blown. So the captain, De Los Reyes, is obviously hurt from that collision, but earns LaSalle a shot for a free kick in a precarious spot. See what happened once more. So it was De Los Reyes and I believe Katrina Magbitang. And as you can see on your screens, favoring her left leg at the moment. Ipapagpag lang ni De Los Reyes in the meantime. Pero naghahanda ngayon si Angelica Teves. She has 18 goals to her name this tournament. That is the league leading total. Number 12, Angelica Teves. Momentarily down to 10 women itong Lasal, but they will of course try to make the most out of this opportunity. 4 ladies for FEU to form that wall. Make that 5. And discussing now are Teves and Toledo. Go signal has been given. Here's the shot. It bounces off the crossbar. And the ball is live. Recovered by Mendaño. FEU is able to put an end to that. Oh no, there was a foul. Nakakarami na ng foul dito ang FEU. Now with 4, LaSalle will win possession back. A second serving for them as Rosel Mendaño hits the field. That was her and Magbitang once more. And right now, De Los Reyes still receiving treatment here. There on the middle part of your screens. Sa bandang itaas. LaSalle managing with 10 ladies on the field. This one from distance. It's a powerful strike, but it is wide and out. For Mendaño. Sinusundan ni Shai Del Campo si Angelica Teves. She has 5. Sa FEU naman, Regine Robusura has 6. Jen Tulabing has 4. Inday Tolentine has 15, including the conversion in the penalty shootout against Manila Digger. FEU this time. Quite heavy on the first touch. Controlled nevertheless. It's 3 against 2. And that one ricochets off the boots of a defender. Again, that De La Salle backline very alert. But it's going to be a corner here for FEU, second of the match. Nagsimula yon doon sa mistulang 1-2 play for them. Fontamillas to deliver for the second time. Well, nobody home on that one. It's recovered by Tolentine. And a wild one coming from Altiche. That one just goes out. Jonela Altiche. Check that, Carmela Altiche rather. Called Melay by her teammates. 19 minutes have gone by. 0-0 battle in the bronze medal match. FEU and De La Salle. If you're wondering, ano yung naging resulta in the elimination round? It was 2-2. La Salle and FEU fought to a 2-2 draw in the elimination round of the PFF Women's League 2023. And in that match, nauna maka-score ang La Salle, tinabla ng FEU in the end. That is something Coach Alvin Ocampo has been mentioning during the pre-game talks that we had. Kailangan hindi sila maratel, nalilimutang mag-regroup, and it's really just testament to ano pa yung kailangang kunin ng Lasal in terms of the experience. They need more matches before the UAAP. That mental toughness, the maturity has to be there, has to be present. Although it's an intact roster for them. Wala namang nawala for Lasal. They have an intact roster as play continues here. Approaching the 20th minute of this battle for third in your PFF Women's League 2023. Levi Verora on the call. Mamaya po, Claro Manzano and Ven Furio for the final of the league against, well, it's Kaya and Manila Digger. Live po tayo sa ating PFF Women's League Facebook page as well as the Philippine Football Federation Facebook page. It's going to be a month full of football. Nagsimula nga tayo in the first few weeks of November with the Copa semifinals. We also had a couple of home games, or make that 3 home games. Cebu FC, Kaya FC Iloilo, and Stallion Laguna FC. Dun sa kanilang international tournaments, the AFC Champions League and the AFC Cup group stages. As that looks to be a call on FEU, gives us the opportunity para imbitahan kayo once again to be part of the 10,000 strong, the hashtag 10K strong. Stand your ground starting next week as the Philippine Ascals face Vietnam on November 16 here at the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium as part of the first pair of home matches of your Philippine football men's national team sa FIFA World Cup and AFC Asian Cup joint qualifiers. Vietnam on November 16 and then against Indonesia on November 21. And nagkaroon nga tayo ng update, 60% na po ang nabibiling ticket. So more or less that's 6,000 people already expected for each of those matches. Gawin na nating 10,000. For more details, go to the Philippine Football Federation Facebook page. Halfway mark of the first half. We have 3 quarters of regulation time to go as medyo may ininda roon si Toledo. Perhaps a high boot, not intentional, to the midsection, at least from our real-time angle. Nevertheless, bola pa rin ng Lasal. They throw it back. This one has been deflected but wrong direction. It's going to be a corner for Lasal, their first for this afternoon. Good build-up play coming from Teves as she targeted Chay Del Campo. That earns them their first corner of the match. It's going to be Samantha Claire Toledo designated to send this one in to the box. Yasmin Elauria, the goalkeeper, wearing orange. Kitang-kita on your screens, of course, the disparity of the color of the kit ng goalkeeper ng FEU. Here's the go signal. Good elevation to that one. And now it's a scramble in the box. It's still with Lasal, but not for long. Great stand by FEU inside the box, just packing the area and not giving an inch for Lasal to turn or get a decent look at the goal. "24 minutes have gone by, 0-0 so far between these two squads. And kitang-kita natin yung familiarity ng dalawang koponan na ito. They battled each other in the women's final of the UAAP. Season 85 po yun. And again, ang nanalo was FEU. 2-1 was the final score. Regine Rebusura getting the first goal of the match. Shai Del Campo equalizing. And then the late goal by Rebusura again to seal the win for FEU. And speaking of Far Eastern University, such a big year for football sa kanila in the UAAP. Men's, women's, and juniors ay nakuha nilang lahat. It's the golden treble for them. Kita nyo on the replay the foul from La Salle. De La Salle, the women's team, hindi pa nakararanas ng kampyonato since 2019. Trying to end that drought. This one off an FEU player and out. So De La Salle, of course, trying to end that 5-year drought next year. Second semester, once the UAAP football season begins. Mga February po yan or March. It's quite even in terms of possessions here. Both teams able to get the ball to their attacking ends, are able to earn corners, shots. Now we can feel the intensity gradually picking up here as we approach the half-hour mark of this contest. It's going to be a throw in here for FEU once again. De La Salle University, Far Eastern University bronze medal match of your PFF Women's League 2023 sponsored by Coca-Cola Philippines. Ang FEU po the number 2 seed and De La Salle number 4. De La Salle tinalo ng kaya. Ang FEU ay naungusan ng Manila Digger FC and that's why these two teams are in the battle for third. Kaya and Manila Digger, mamaya po yan, alas 7 ng gabi, 7 p.m. for the championship. Inside the box, here's the volley, and it is collected by Jessica Pido. That was a quality try from FEU on that initial ball. And deflected. Looks like that was Lenlen Cristobal. Or Kat Magbitang. However, it goes straight to the mitts of Pido, who has made several saves already in the first half. Bola mananatili sa FEU sa ngayon. Fontamillas. Mendaño sends that one to safety. And now the last 2 minutes or so, it's been FEU controlling this ball. Now all but one of their outfielders umabante na to their attacking half. They can smell something here, FEU. Cuenco tries the through ball for Altiche. Hindi na mahahabol ni Carmela Altiche. Good intent on the part of Cuenco trying to connect with one of the wingers. But that ball, too much speed para mahabol ni Altiche. That will end that spell for FEU for now. And that's a good look at Jessica Pido. Getting quite more physical. Oh, excellent. 1-2. Trying to look for the spaces here. But a good decision by Elauria to go outside the goal area. and collect this one. Medyo minalas lang si Layakan doon, her momentum sending her forward. We'll see that on the replay. Good intent on the part of Salle. Del Campo to Toledo, eventually to Layakan. But FEU is able to just disrupt the path of that ball thanks to Yasmin Elauria. That ball just ping-pongs and finally out. Half-hour mark of our contest. Nangangalahating oras na po tayo rito inside Rizal Memorial for the bronze medal. FEU and De La Salle, of course, both teams trying to end their campaign on a good note, on a winning note, as they continue to build up. Ball is controlled on the edge of the box, but nobody home for La Salle. And that run all for naught, as it will go back to FEU. Whistle was blown. Ito na yung sinasabi natin, na nararamdaman na natin, the intensity is slowly picking up. Well, knowing these players, napaghandaan na nila yung pacing for this match. As that one fumbled a little bit, but eventually is with the hands of Pido. Well, there were two yellow shirts within the area, Cristobal and Altiche, but neither of them really had a chance to get to that ball first. Once more from the right flank is Tolentin, bothered by Layakan. La Salle dropping a little bit here, providing more defensive pressure against FEU. Fontamillas gets that running start, tries to target itong si Tolentin. The ball goes out and into a goal kick for Pido. The busier of the two keepers. Sa kabila naman, Yasmin Elauria, although she had to make some saves as well. It is cloudy inside the Rizal Memorial. Yan ang nakikita nating current weather here in this part of Manila. Of course, the Adriatico, Vito Cruz area. De Los Reyes is back in action. Encouraging sign. And that one is going to be an obvious call. Nahatak yung damit nito ni I believe that's Rebosura. Yes, it is. Well, it's good to see De Los Reyes just fine. It's a free kick for FEU, pero may kalayuan. Nakikita nyo yung gitna. They send it to the box. It's deflected. To Labing. Second effort, but nobody home. Well, that ball suddenly ends up with Toledo. But La Salle has to be slightly better in terms of just picking their spots here, particularly the attackers. Transitioning into a counter here is FEU. Tolentin sends it to the box, tries to connect with, and that is the opening goal. Carmela Altiche delivers. On a combination play here, the assist by Inday Tolentin, and FEU strikes first. We'll see that once again. Tolentine, pipili na lang. There was Lenlen Cristobal. And there was Carmela Altiche. What a play. It was a dummy play. Tingnan nyo mabuti itong si Lenlen Cristobal faking that header. Yung pala mayroon pang second runner, and that was Carmela Altiche. Beautifully done. Great execution by the Lady Tamaraws. And that is the opening goal. And again, credit the assist in Tolentine, knowing where to put that ball. What a play that was. Resistance broken here in the 35th minute. And it is Carmela Altiche, player number 8. And doon sa play na yun, doon natin makikita the importance of timing your run and also providing that support. Jessica Pido, of course, confused as to why ganon yung approach ni Cristobal. Yun pala, may kasunod pa, and that was Altiche. And partly also at fault yung depensa ng LaSalle. Have to mark yung mga katapat nyo. Nevertheless, lots of time here for De La Salle. They have shown that they're capable of equalizing saan mang liga, and masusubukan yan for this afternoon. 36 minutes into this contest. PFF Women's League 2023 bronze medal match. That ball trying to be chased by Del Campo, pero hahayaan na lang lumabas. And this is where magiging o masusubukan ang De La Salle in terms of their mental toughness, their strength. Nakausap nga natin si Coach Alvin Ocampo, and wag na kayong magugulat. Sabi niya, 6 na sistema yung sinusubukan nilang ipagawa o i-introduce into this rebuilding De La Salle squad. That's the term he used. They are in the midst of a rebuild. And sabi pa ni Coach Alvin Ocampo, at a time they're implementing 2 systems. And if you, of course, are following the overall picture of football here in a calendar year, itong PFF Women's League, it's a build-up for LaSalle, for FEU as well, for their UAAP campaign, which will kick off next year. And grabe, no? You have 6 systems being experimented on by LaSalle at this stage in their UAAP campaign, while trying to be competitive, of course, here in the PFF Women's League. And that's why they earned the semifinals ticket. They had 6 wins in the elimination round for the 4th seed. Sabi pa ni Coach Alvin, it's the first step for them towards the UAAP. They're still looking for more matches, more tournaments to compete in. They have an intact lineup. They have, of course, Anika Castañeda is not yet on board. She will be by the time the UAAP kicks off. Tulabing dispossesses itong si Danyoso. But that ball, babalik sa LaSalle. They go to the ground. It's controlled. There are 2 white shirts. Oh, fumbled on that clearance. A good thing for them. A bit of a miscommunication here. Elauria mapipilitan tumakbo to make that clearance outside the area. Fontamillas and Elauria hindi nagkaintindihan for a split second, but a good effort by Elauria here to deny. At mukhang mapupunta pa sa FEU ang bola on the last contact by Layakan. And the ball is out once again. Pagdating naman sa FEU, they have 12 rookies. And hindi po lahat yan naglalaro dito sa PFF Women's League. But of course, when you talk about 12 rookies, in plain, simple terms, they have 12 new players enrolled to the university na pwedeng gamitin ni Coach Charles Villarino pagdating sa UAAP. Matagal-tagal pa ang UAAP, they can still experiment, they can still, put in the pieces. Sino bang babagay sa sistema who will make the final roster for the UAAP? That's 12 rookies. And ang nawala sa FEU, hindi rin naman karamihan, it's just Maan Fornea and Elna Bongol, who now both play for Manila Digger. So hindi rin natin masasabing rebuilding for the defending champions, but of course, you have to incorporate the newcomers dun sa sistema na gusto nilang gawin for the UAAP. And now, a transition here for FEU. There are 4 in yellow. Tulintin ahead of the pack. Cuts it back, and that one a bit dangerous for Salle. A good thing it went wide. Tenelin Otom with the deflection. Another corner earned by FEU. Nakalalampas na tayo ng 40 minutos rito. 5 more minutes and change before the conclusion of the first half. If you are just joining us, Carmela Altiche with the opening goal on a brilliant, spectacular play. On an attack, of course, giving the Lady Tamaraws the advantage here, 1-0. Third corner for FEU on the same side. Fontamillas once again. And this one will just go out. It is wide, the header. Well, if you're LaSalle, lots of time to regroup here and just forget about that opening goal. They have to score. Try to extend this to extra time. 42nd minute of this battle for third in the PFF Women's League 2023, sponsored by Coca-Cola Philippines. If you happen to be here at the Rizal Memorial, well, there is still time. Meron pa tayong championship match kicking off at 7 in the evening. Aba, mayroong booth ang Coca-Cola dito. Go get your refreshments and watch top-notch quality women's football games here live. Winding down in the first half, about 3 more minutes here to Lintin. And a great solo effort by Otom. Well, LaSalle can live with that. So long as, of course, they delay the attack here and establish themselves inside the box. It's going to be Fontamillas yet again. And there's that familiar approach. Talagang sinasagad niya doon sa dulo ng linya. Here's the go signal. Good elevation once again. And that one off an FEU player, looks like Laika Cuenco. Mukhang tumama sa balikat. Two more minutes plus added time here in the first half. That ball has stayed on FEU's attacking half. They have slowly taken control of the possessions here in the last 10 minutes or so. They send it forward. And it's going to stay with FEU as Altiche goes down. Now holding on to her right boot for a moment. Well, there's the through pass, and then a bit of a collision there between Gonye and Altiche. So now Laika Jane Cuenco will prepare for this set piece. Two ladies for LaSalle making up that token wall under the final minutes of the first half, minus the added time. Mindanao gets to it. And this one will just sail out. Pero napapansin natin as we will of course eventually tackle the halftime statistics, nakararami na ng shot attempts ng FEU rito. They're making the most out of the possession, the percentage that they have. And now LaSalle loses it. So they have to avoid those mistakes as this shot, once again, straight into the midst of Jessica Pido. That was from Sarah Gentolabing.
Additional time is 2.
Just 2 minutes of added time here in the first half before the conclusion, as announced by our stadium announcer for tonight, David Yumol. Good deflection by Tulabing. No changes yet for either side. Gonye trying to go the other direction. Itong si Teves. But solid effort from the midfielders of FEU. Teves once more. Here's the cross. They try to go to the middle. Walang tawag doon, and it ends up with Tulintin. Thought about that, and eventually a through ball. And now they run forward. This is Balakua. And now they can just settle. Could be the final stretch of the first half here. Pero may halong pagmamadali on the part of FEU. Could have managed the clock a bit more, knowing they have the lead and that the first half is about to end. Pagkakataon for LaSalle to build something here from the back. And you can see FEU going a bit higher here, the high press, and it immediately pays off on that offside call for LaSalle. A high press for FEU to conclude the first half. Talagang momentum on the side of the Lady Tamarals for now, but it is just halfway done. De La Salle has the work cut out for them. Let's see if FEU can maintain this 1-goal separation, or if La Salle has what it takes to stage a comeback in the second half. The play will resume, but of course, as you see on your screens, wala na ring oras na natitira rito. Anytime now for Chris Mel Kayabyab to blow his whistle to signal the end of the first half. Final sequence for FEU, and there is the confirmation. The first half comes to a close. It is Carmela Altiche, the lone goal scorer for FEU, giving the Lady Tamarals a 1-0 advantage after 45 minutes. FEU now with 1 foot forward as they try to nab the bronze medal here at the PFF Women's League 2023, sponsored by Coca-Cola Philippines. We'll have the highlights to keep you company for now. Magbabalik po tayo for the second half and more. So don't go away and keep yourselves just tuning in to our Facebook platforms. Babalik po tayo dito sa Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. Bronze medal match between De La Salle University and Far Eastern University. And you see on your screens the first half statistics. FEU, again, nakakarami na in terms of shots created. And that's mainly due to the 54% possession share that they've had in the first half. Nagsimula yung laban natin. Medyo mahigpit pa yung labanan para sa possession, but eventually towards the last 15 minutes of the match, it seems that the Lady Tamaraws have really taken control. And of course, kabilang na dyan sa 5 shots on target, yung conversion nitong ni Carmela Altiche, which gave them the 1-0 advantage. A bit of a physical encounter as well. 5 fouls for both. And again, tingnan natin kung itong De La Salle ay may kakayahan na bumalik pa in this bronze medal match for the second runner-up of the PFF Women's League 2023, sponsored by Coca-Cola Philippines. And as we are going to see in just a short while, ayun na po ang mga player ng FEU at LaSalle making their way back sa ating field as we are about to commence second half action here inside Rizal Memorial. Live po tayo on the PFF Women's League and Philippine Football Federation Facebook channels. And before the start of the first half, again, iniimbitahan po natin ang lahat na maging bahagi ng 10,000 strong, ng ating 10K strong as we stand your ground, Philippine Ascals kontra Vietnam on November 16 and kontra Indonesia on November 21. We have 2 home matches to open the group stage of the FIFA World Cup and AFC Asian Cup joint qualifiers. Gaganapin po ang dalawang laban na yan dito sa Rizal Memorial Stadium. Once again, Ascals versus Vietnam, November 16. Ascals versus Indonesia, November 21. Get your tickets now. Napakamura lang via Ticketmax, of course. Second half already underway. And we have one change here. Yung nakababatang kapatid ni Regine Rebosura, si Althea Rebosura, has come on in, replacing Lenlen Cristobal. Pareho naman silang nakalista as forwards. So, not much of a difference in terms of the positioning here for FEU. De La Salle nakaputi along with their green shorts. And all yellow gold. And there is the header for La Salle. It just goes wide. And nagtataka nga itong FEU, bakit? Bit of a bad landing there, but you can sense that she's okay. Shai Del Campo just smiles it off. And we'll see that in just a short while. Here's the lob, and then konting sahod from FEU. And it's going to be a penalty here officially for them. Credit the effort here for Del Campo. It's going to be, of course, the top goal scorer of the league, not just of La Salle, but the entire PFF Women's League 2023 to try and equalize for the Lady Booters. Interesting opening minutes here in the second half. For the equalizer, and that one is through. Angelica Teves. Oh, a bit of a confusion here. Looks like it's going to be retaken by Teves. And ang palaisipan sa mga sitwasyon kagaya nito is, do they change the approach? Do they change the target area? It's all up to Tevez now in a matter of seconds. Here's the go signal once again. And it is still in. Officially now an equalizer for Angelica Tevez. Goal number 19 for her. And De La Salle is able to tie things up. Tabla na po tayo, 1-1. It's a different placement on the second try for Tevez after being asked to retake. It's the left post for him, or for her rather. Yung nauna, it was the roof. It went through the midst of Ilauria and in, although retaken. Not a problem for Tevez, as it is now all knotted up at 1 apiece in the 50th minute. 40 more minutes at the very least of football here for the battle for third. Second runner-up ang pinaglalabanan rito, and we definitely are feeling the intensity pick up. Tulintin sa kabila. They do have some numbers here. Althea, ibabalik kay Inday. Here's the cross. And no connection here for FEU. And you can see the frustration on the part of Tulintin a little bit. It may not be as clear on your screens, but as we speak, umuulan na po rito sa loob ng Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. So that's going to affect the field a little bit. Our players also a little bit. Good denial coming from Fontamillas on the run by Layakan. Sila yung magkatapat. Fontamillas, of course, the right back for FEU, and then the left winger naman, itong si Layakan. And right on cue, Layakan dispossesses yung kanyang kalaban, earns possession back for De La Salle. Nabanggit natin before the conclusion of the first half, momentum on the side of FEU. Well, it's now pretty level once again after the equalizer by Angelica Tevez. Pressure from the back. It pays off for FEU. They win possession and they are deep into their attacking third. They close the gap here. Now Fontamillas is very methodical with her approach. Ends up with Janley once again. Sends this ball to the skies. Controlled. And now eventually ends up with La Salle. Here's a long one, but two yellow shirts ang nakauna doon, leaving that one for Ilauria as they buy some time. 52nd minute, once again, battle for third po ito. De La Salle University nakaputi along with their green shorts, and FEU in their all yellow gold with dark green trimmings. 1-1 is the score. Spectacular play from FEU in the first half with Inday Tulintin assisting itong si Carmela Altiche, the header for the opening goal. But kani-kanina lang, just a few minutes earlier, Angelica Tevez scoring goal number 19. And the equalizer for the Lady Booters. They send this one forward. The flag stays down, Tulintin. And that is broken. The tie has been. Inday Tulintin. She does not take that long to put FEU on top once again. A fantastic solo effort for the veteran. As it looks like someone's been booked here. I believe it's Well, a coach from the side of FEU. Nevertheless, this will count. We'll see it right here. Couple of passes, great setup, and then a solo effort to Lentin against Pido. Goes for the roof, slots that one home for the go-ahead here for FEU. Retaking the lead. That tie, again, that deadlock does not last long. Yun nga lang, someone has been sent off here para sa FEU. We saw that red card from Chris Mel Cayabyab. Tinaas niya. We are not sure who. Pero it looks as if it's Coach Scholz Villarino. So FEU will have to hold on to this advantage for the next 36 minutes or so. And hindi rin tayo sigurado what irked Coach Scholz and why the referee decided to give him the red card. Some testy moments here for both sides. So as it stands now, FEU once again with the advantage. 2-1 against Salle. That one bounces off. Angelica Teves, who has been covering a lot of ground in this match. Some pressure here for Salle. Ayaw nilang patawirin ang FEU. To the opposite end of the field. 55 minutes in this match. Once again, PFF Women's League 2023, sponsored by Coca-Cola Philippines. All happening live dito po sa Rizal Memorial Football Stadium as a foul whistled on FEU. Mindanyo is down, holding the back of her head. Live po tayo mula sa PFF Women's League and the Philippine Football Federation Facebook pages. I believe the foul is on Regine Rebosura. However, Mindanyo hit the leg of someone. Good news here is pinagpag lang niya. Set piece for De La Salle. Good angle here. You can see Tolintin and Althea Rebosura forming that two-woman wall just to disrupt the view here, the vantage point nitong ni Tenelin Autumn. Elauria, vocal from the 6-yard box as well. De La Salle trying to fine-tune yung kanilang pwesto doon sa loob ng kahon. As of course, this is a chance that they do not get that often, at least in this match and in the first half. Whistle has been given. And there's the header. It is eventually, I was about to say collected, but Elauria unable to really collect that one. As someone from Salle down momentarily. Here's another effort. But it is wide nevertheless. Janris Humawan yung humabol sa bola on that initial sequence. And then from distance, Chenny May Danyoso. Not enough to challenge Yasmin May Elauria. Through ball here, but that was pretty obvious. Offside para sa FEU, way ahead of the pack. Was Regine Rebosura. And yan ang kagandahan dito sa FEU, although on paper, it's 4-3-3. Obviously, with Rebosura dun sa pinakagitna, she can really just move up. And now Tolentin, flag stays down. Shades of the play earlier, and it just goes above. Almost deja vu here, but not quite for Salle. Again, no one to beat. But a tough angle. Napangiti na lang ito si Inday. Easily could have been 3-1 for FEU. Virtually the same play, just setting up Tolentine on the run. Pressure for FEU from the back. And not really the ideal approach for an intended 1-2. Bola mawawala sa Lasal. Well, they have to protect that ball a little better here as we approach the 1 hour mark. Toledo trying to get into the path of that ball. Cuenco, only one change for FEU. No changes yet for Lasal. It is 2-1. Same scoreline when Lasal lost to Kaya. They had the lead early on, but Kaya fought back. Shela Kadag ultimately with a game winner. Danyoso dispossessed. No support, and now Tolentine wisely pulls back. Oh, excellent ball. Altice, however, will be denied. And this one is out. Precarious moments once again for Lasal. But that was a good effort for Pido as she came rushing forward to disrupt itong si Altice. Pero grabe yung back heel dun sa sequence na yon para sa FEU. Just the quality of the defending UAAP Women's Champions. Ball is lost to the middle. Rebosura there inside the box. Altice, left-footed strike. Not enough power. As Pido collects 1 hour mark of this battle for third in the PFF Women's League 2023. A 2-1 lead here for FEU, and kita nyo naman from the last few minutes, they're not satisfied with the scoreline. Gusto pang dagdagan rito ng Lady Tamaraws. If you're just joining us, once again, Carmela Altice, 35th minute, the opening goal. Tumabla ang Lasal behind a penalty as Angelica Teves meeting Elauria for the equalizer. Pero maya-maya lang, it was Inday Tolentine with goal number 2 for FEU. Another great sequence for the Lady Tamaraws, giving them back the lead. De La Salle has about 28 minutes and change to try and find another equalizer here. Advantage here, good decision on the part of the referee, but it is too tight inside the box. Good effort by the defenders of FEU. Just closing the window here. As now Janly Fontamilla suffering from cramps, and Layakan on the other end, of course, the recipient of a hard challenge. Could have been called a foul, but in that particular situation, our referee Chris Melcayabyab deeming that there was a golden chance for Lasal and playing advantage. At ito na yun, it was a solo effort, but immediately Albino and Tulabing converging on Shai Del Campo, knowing of course the quality of Shai Del Campo as well. National team player itong si Shai Del Campo. Tolentine takes care of that ball in between the gaps. 1-2 for FEU. Rebosura na ang magdadala. To the middle they go. Lots of space here in the midfield as they win a few meters. Altice tries to dance. Here's the cross. Connection. It is saved. Another attempt for FEU. You have to thank Jessica Marie Pido for just maintaining the scoreline for Lasal and just keeping them still in the match. Tolentine. Here's the lob. Not enough numbers for FEU. Altiche hahabulin. Succeeds in keeping possession alive. Here's the lob once again. A good decision by Pido to come forward. It's the game within the game for Jessica Pido. Those decision-making capabilities pinapakita dito sa larong ito. In the meantime, once again, lagi nating pinapaalala sa ating mga manonood ang ating Stand Your Ground 10K Strong campaign. Be part of the 10,000 fans expected to attend Rizal Memorial sa darating na November 16 at November 21. That is of course the FIFA World Cup qualifiers group stage. The Ascals going up against Vietnam on November 16, going up against Indonesia on November 21. Buy your tickets via Ticketmax and be part of the 10K Strong inside Rizal Memorial. Nagkaroon nga tayo ng update nito lang, 60% na raw ang nabibiling tickets. So that means at the very least 6,000 each for the matches against Vietnam and Indonesia. Gawin na nating 10,000. Buy your tickets now and again, just flock the Rizal Memorial Football Stadium. Let's make more history dito sa battleground ng Philippine Ascals. As this ball ends up with Rebosura from Tolentine. And again, the denial made here. Last minute effort. And the recovery from Salle. Buhay pa ang bola, but that one is way out. And Jessica Marie Pido making it happen once more. A shot from way out. And this one goes above the bar. It's been pretty one-sided here now in terms of attacks. FEU in the last 5-7 minutes. And again, the Lady Booters have Jessica Marie Pido to thank. 2-1 pa rin dito sa loob ng Rizal Memorial. Lady Tamaraos trying to maintain the advantage, trying to add on to it. FEU nakadilaw, playing from left to right on your screens. Ang Lasal right to left, nakaputi with their green shorts. It's an all UAAP affair here. Battle for third, battle for the bronze. UAAP women's football programs, two of the most successful. 11 titles for FEU, 11 titles for Lasal. FEU, the defending UAAP Women's Champions. Ang Lasal, huling nakatikim ng UAAP title in 2019. This ball is once again in the box. Altiche takes her time, will backpedal a little bit. Tulabing. To the middle once again, and Althea Rebosura, or I believe that was Cuenco. Siya nang nagdala ng bola, and now this one back to Lintin. Pero masyadong nagmadali, trying to find Altiche, who was running the other direction. "67 minutes in this contest. Just a 1-goal differential for FEU and Lasal. It looks like we have the first change here for the Lady Booters. It is player number 3.
Substitution for De La Salle.
It is Isulat replacing Tenelin Otom. Johnny Marie Isulat. Siya naman ang ilalagay. Perhaps in the middle, they will mix things up here. It's going to be a back 3 for Lasal. At mukhang yan na nga ang mangyayari. As of course, Tenelin Otom was the left back. Ito namang si Isulat, midfielder. Lasal, of course, in need of offense here. They go direct. Here's the volley. Oh my goodness, spectacular save by Elauria. Just reaching for that ball. Could have been the equalizer for Salle. Great setup, going direct. Pero may counter-attack tayo rito. We'll have the chance to see that perhaps. What a save by Elauria. Just first of all cutting the distance, rushing forward, and then just using her wingspan to reach that ball. Look at that, the flick from outside the box. Inabot lang ni Elauria. But of course, a good effort from Layakan. Hindi nakakakuha ang Salle rito ng maraming pagkakataon kagaya noon. Is that run from middle to the attacking zone. Good recognition on the part of the players from the back for Salle. It's just that Elauria got a touch and saves the day for FEU. For now, we still have 20 minutes at the very least. 20 minutes in regulation. Bola babalik sa FEU. A bit of a confusion there. Althea Rebusura. Pupunta sa kanyang ate but not really a good ball para habulin pa nito ni Regine. Now, of course, Regine Rebusura, Althea Rebusura and their family, they live in Payatas. Here's the connection once again. Tolintin. Hinahabol ng dalawa. Tolintin. Hinahabol ng tatlo. Here's the cutback. Could be unmarked. But the whistle already blown. As that pass all for naught mula dito kay Tolintin. Good thing for Salle, they were able to establish defensively kaagad. And going back to the Rebusuras, they live in Payatas. They are the children of mga ngalakal. And what a story for them to, of course, reach the pinnacle of the sport here, at least in the local level. A bright future ahead for Rebusura, who will just be, for Regine, who will just be in her second year, and for Althea, an incoming rookie in the UAAP. They are also from futsal backgrounds, as that connection does not work for Maria Lourdes Layakan yet again. Here's the cross. And nabasa rin ni Fontamillas. Iniwasan na lang yung bola, knowing that Layakan was not gonna get there on time. The foul here, that's on Sara Gentulabing. So that window of opportunity for Salle, paunti-unti nagsasara, as it is now 2-1 for FEU with about 18 minutes remaining. Here's what happened. As Tulabing trying to win sa kanilang pwestuhan. Yun nga lang, may kasamang contact. That's not going for the ball. Tatawagan talaga yan ang ating referee. For ladies for FEU making up that wall. That is going to be quite a challenge for Teves. Whistle has been given. Teves goes straight. Not enough power. Andun yung Pectus. It was on goal. On target. But an easy save to make for Elauria. Now approaching the 73rd minute. Tuloy-tuloy po tayo rito. It is Salle just fighting for that second equalizer. Nakatabla sila kanina pero agad na binawi ni Inday Tolintin. For Tolintin, that is goal number 16 in this tournament. She had 13 goals during the PFF Women's Cup, as this is a great placement. That's going to end up as a goal kick for Elauria. Once again, rushing forward, trying to cut the distance, meet the ball, and eventually it touches Layakan last. Meanwhile, Mika Pauline Santiago, player number 5, has come on for Salle, now part of the 11 on the field. Well, first of all, that was a spectacular placement of a pass, setting up Layakan. But again, credit the effort of Elauria. Yung kanyang diskarte, kailan tatakbo, kailan mag-aabang. A through ball, and that's an offside call. We've seen FEU done that to set up the attack up front. But again, the offside call in football, it's a matter of timing. Wag mo munang uungusan yung last line of defense. Marami nang pinaiyak, pinasaya ang offside rule in the sport of football worldwide across all tournaments. Ball is back with Tolintin. Could be a chance here for Salle. But denial by FEU right away. 15 minutes to go in regulation. Magbitang surveys the field, has some room here. And that was somewhere between either a pass or a shot, and even itong si Tulabing couldn't believe what she did. Well, she had lots of room there, again an opening. Yun nga lang, obvious offside call dahil yung bola napunta dito kay Altiche. Looks like Judy Rose Arevalo is ready. And it's going to be Altiche replaced. Judy Rose Arevalo comes in for Carmela Altiche. Melay, one of the 2 goal scorers tonight for FEU. Will those 2 goals be enough? We have about 15 minutes to find out. Lady Booters, of course, once the 3-time winners of the PFF Women's League, nagbalik in 2023, made the semifinals as the number 4 seed with 6 wins in the elimination round. Just lost to Kaya, 2-1 was the score in that semifinals encounter, and now against FEU, ang kanilang kapwa UAAP team. And both of them, of course, building up for the upcoming UAAP football tournament na magsisimula next year naman. And this one, bit of a wild one there for Fontamillas. Sinubukan pang habulin ni Rebosura, but the ball will go back definitely to Salle. And as the time continues to wind down here for the Lady Booters, the pressure continues to rise as well. They have to score, otherwise it's just FEU here. And now the cutback by Tolintin, and this one is above and out for Regine Rebosura. Approaching minute number 79 of this battle for third match between LaSalle and FEU. LaSalle taking their time. They have to get this out and into their attacking zone. They're the ones who need to score quickly. FEU sends it to the back. Dito na papasok yung konting minutes management for FEU. As you see, they're just passing that ball around dun sa likuran to Labing. And unless LaSalle presses high, they will just milk the clock here, talking about FEU. And now Althea. Lots of space there in the middle. Althea Rebusura changes direction. Still Althea. Here's the turn. And now a second defender meets her to deny. Regine this time to Cuenco. Battle for possession. Cuenco pa rin. It's shoulder to shoulder. Cuenco wins that battle somehow. But possession was salvaged by FEU. And now to the edge of the box. But clearance for LaSalle. As Mendaño has to get this out of trouble. And now they go aerial for that pass. And there is just a bit of disconnect for LaSalle right now from the back line, of course, to the middle. Sinusubukan nilang magmadali rito, of course, owing to the fact that they need to score, but they have not involved the midfield to get that ball to their wingers. And now Del Campo urging her teammates to go up. They have to press a little higher than this. And now to Lintin. Flag stays down. She will have to cut this back. She does. And the ball will go out here for FEU. But every time they're attacking, the time just continues to tick here for De La Salle. And now Megan Andrea Alforque will enter for La Salle. Couple of fresh legs, of course. Alforque operates in the midfield. Papalitan itong si Chenny May Dañoso. And look at what FEU is doing right now. They're also pressing just to, of course, prevent LaSalle from really winning meters here. And now to the middle. They go for a long one. This looks promising. They send it to the middle. But Fontamillas was there, and finally Elauria collects. Good sequence for LaSalle. Everything but the shot. Nagsimula yun sa gitna from the midfield. Alforque on her first touch of the ball, presumably. And then going to the right flank, and then the cross for Maria Lourdes Layacan. Here come LaSalle once again. Oh, but a good denial from Balacqua. 7 more minutes plus added. Irma Balacqua paying the price slightly for that, but it gets rewarded because naantala yung sinusubukang gawin ng LaSalle rito. Santiago. And Balakwa, it seems, is suffering from cramps right now. She has played the entire way, 84 minutes and counting. Well, they will have to make a decision here. FEU, just 2 changes so far. Lelen Cristobal, pinalitan ni Althea Rebusura, and then Carmela Altiche, one of the 2 goal scorers, pinalitan itong ni Judy Rose Arevalo. And now the medical staff here at the PFF Women's League attending to Balakwa, who has made 2 consecutive stops. But of course, taking a toll on her body. 84 minutes of playing time, plus rest in between. FEU reduced to 10 women for the last 6 minutes of this contest. So here's what happened. Oh, this was the effort coming from Layakan, but Fontamillas was right there to bother, preventing any good volley or shot attempt from Layakan to meet that ball. 85th minute now. LaSalle with possession. And just as we say that, they waste possession. And it goes back to FEU. Looks like there's going to be a substitution. There it is. Balik sa 11 ang FEU as Nick Drea Duran will replace Irma Balakwa. Gotta give it to Balakwa, of course, doing her job as one of the 2 center backs along with Junela Albino for FEU. '86 minutes here. Again, that window of opportunity closing for LaSalle. It ends up with Tolintin. Balik kay Tolintin. Good challenge from LaSalle. But one back by Fontamillas. Just exerting sheer strength here to win that ball back. And the longer they keep the ball to their side, it's going to be trickier here for LaSalle to come up with something, as they want to extend this, of course, to extra time. And now Althea Rebusura picks up the foul. Nasubsob papunta dun sa isang defender ng LaSalle. Couldn't stop the momentum. 87 minutes. 3 more minutes plus added time for LaSalle. But they have to be quick right here. They target Del Campo, but to no avail. Tulabing, the cross. This could be a transition for LaSalle. They have the numbers. A good handful of white shirts. 3 against 3. Here come the Lady Booters. And play continues here. In search of an equalizer. Layakan, who will answer the call for LaSalle? Clearance. FEU. And boy, they just put that ball several meters ahead. So LaSalle will have to reset a little bit here. To the middle once again. And again, the activity here of FEU. But that ball somehow ends up with Del Campo. Del Campo inside the box. Oh, but a great denial from her counterpart. Laika Cuenco, not one to be beat. And a clearance here for FEU, approaching the 89th minute of this bronze medal match, the battle for third, the right to be called second runner-up. Mamaya po, it is Kaya FC Iloilo and Manila Digger FC for the championship of the PFF Women's League 2023, sponsored by Coca-Cola Philippines. We'll have Claro Manzano there and Ven Furio. Tolintin wins it back for FEU. Rebosura, back and forth we go. De Los Reyes, the captain. Masyadong malakas ang pasa for Teves to handle. A blown chance here for LaSalle. And sometimes it's just those little things for them. A heavy first touch there on the pass intended for Teves. Fortunately, they win it back right away. De Los Reyes once again. Desperate times for LaSalle. 40 more seconds in regulation. We are just awaiting confirmation from our fourth official, Timothy De Castro, kung ilang minuto ang idadagdag for the conclusion of the second half. De La Salle knocking on the door. Regina Rebusura comes up with it. 3 against 3. Changing direction. Rebusura inside the box, but that is as clear as day. An offside call. And I like the intention on the part of Regine trying to gift the ball to her younger sister, Althea. 5 minutes of added time. 5 more minutes for LaSalle. And the countdown begins now. And just to recap once again, Carmela Altiche scoring in the 35th. 1-0 FEU. Angelica Teves tying it with a penalty. Teves stays onside. 49th minute, Teves scored the penalty. 1-1. LaSalle equalizing, and then 52nd minute, it was Inday Tolintin giving the lead back to FEU. That's been the scoreline so far. Inside the box once again, the shot, it's deflected. Jessica Pido has one more save in the bag. This is going to be a corner for FEU. No one's approaching it. Well, no one's approaching the ball right now. And now it's going to be Fontamillas, and a yellow for FEU for, of course, for delaying the game. Just wasting time here, and we have 3.5 minutes. Well, obviously, our referee will make up for that lost time. Idadagdag lang niya before the blowing of the final whistle. And now here we are, corner for FEU. 90 plus 2 of what should be a 90 plus 5. Tolintin makes the chase. Habulin ulit ng dalawa. Tolintin, difficult angle, wins another corner for FEU. Tolintin just going around the defense and trying to pick her spot for a possible cutback. Ang gagawin na lang ng kakampi ni Tolintin is to just rush a little bit forward and meet that ball. +90 +3. Fontamillas. Isa pang pagkakataon for FEU. Well, credit to FEU, they have not settled for the scoreline. Always on the offensive, always pressing throughout the second half. Fontamillas, once again, good height on that ball. De Los Reyes. And now it's going to be a foot race. Won by LaSalle. Gonye. The pass back for now. They have to hurry. The Lady Booters, the former 3-time defending Women's League winners. Back when they had the likes of Ina Palacios, Kyra Di Maandal, and of course the MVP in 2020, their captain now, Ana de los Reyes. FEU wins the ball back. That's the last thing LaSalle needed. Tulabing, one-on-one, and on the challenge, play continues. Mendaño, a long one. This one looks promising again. But the clearance made by Duran. Good placement on the through ball, but the foot race won by Drea Duran as she sends this one out. About a minute more for LaSalle. FEU looking as if they are about to hold on. Someone's down for LaSalle. Could be ball out for FEU. Great interception by the captain. Someone still down here for FEU, or for LaSalle rather. Couple of players down. But the call has been made. LaSalle will lose possession here. Here's the build-up after De Los Reyes won it back for LaSalle. And then it seems Layakan and one of the defenders for FEU getting entangled. You don't see it on your screens, pero yung ibang players ng FEU rito also suffering from cramps. Here's that sequence once again. Through ball intended for Layakan, and immediately 3 players converging on her. That is Janly Fontamillas. And I believe that's a second yellow. Yes, it is. That will lead to her getting thrown out of this match. Fontamillas sent off for time wasting. Regina Ribasura in the meantime is going to be replaced by player number 28, Irisa Rivas. FEU making the most out of the substitutions that they have. It is now 9+6, but of course our referee taking into account some of the lost time here throughout the added time period. It's originally intended to be +5, but a couple of stoppages already. Bola ng FEU as we resume the play here. And you wonder how much allowance is left. Tolintin. Nobody home for FEU. LaSalle with one final try, presumably. But that ball somehow still ends up with Althea. Now they send a long one. Whistle is blown here. Pagkakataon pa rin for LaSalle. They go forward, but it is headed away. One more try. Del Campo this time. LaSalle having problems advancing that ball. Now they do from the right flank. And a corner here for LaSalle. Only the second for the match. Can the Lady Booters turn this into something magical? It will come from the right. And now all the players make their position inside the box. LaSalle nagtira ng dalawa. Here is the lob. It is poked away for now. Could have been a bicycle. And that is the final whistle. FEU has all the reasons to celebrate as we see the substitutes come forward and embrace their teammates. Far Eastern University on the strength of Carmela Altiche and Inday Tolintin, conversions from 2 of their key players, enough to give them the bronze medal in the 2023 edition of the PFF Women's League 2023, sponsored by Coca-Cola Philippines. And that is Inday Tolentino on your screens. Number 5, Altiche wearing the substitution bib already. But those two players combining for the 2 goals in what has eventually become a 2-1 win for FEU in regulation. And that is the final on your screens. De La Salle University 1, Far Eastern University 2. FEU continuing their mastery of La Salle from the previous championship match in the UAAP. It's still a rebuild for La Salle. They are going to get better than this form approaching the next semester of their collegiate campaign. Coach Alvin Ocampo and his troops. But for now, FEU can celebrate the second runner-up finish in this edition of the PFF Women's League. And what an encounter this was. As we can send it over to the highlights of how this match unfolded. Again, it was tight from the beginning, a feeling out process for both, but eventually FEU found ways to just pull away and assert control. The first few minutes, of course, not much activity. There were just shots here and there that really didn't challenge si Jessica Pido or si Yasmin Elauria, just giving them their first touches of the match. Tolentin, of course, was a force in the right side, right wing. And then a shot here from close range. Quality save by Pido. Had several of them throughout the match. As, of course, we can just, quite frankly say that this could have been a much worse of a scoreline for La Salle if it wasn't for Jessica Marie Pido. But of course, it takes more than just one, more than just the goalkeeper for La Salle to really pull off the victory. And this was the opening goal, a combination play of sorts. Lenlen Cristobal providing the confusion here. Ang ganda ng timing nilang dalawa. Inday Tolentin, just the bounce. And it was a volley for Carmela Altiche to deliver the opening goal. That was the 35th minute. At the time, it was 1-0 for FEU. Pagdating naman sa second half, De La Salle sinusubukang bumawi on this occasion. Yung pagkasahod ni Fontamillas kay Shai Del Campo results into this penalty for Angelica Teves, who calmly puts this one into the left side, equalizing for De La Salle at the time. 19 goals total for Angelica Teves at the conclusion of her stint in this PFF Women's League. But that wasn't enough, unfortunately, for De La Salle, as after a few minutes on this 1-2, the flick going to Tolentin, good timed run, no one else to beat but the keeper, and she does very intricately so. Again, that was the setup to Labing, and then the 1-2, and then Tolentin, the volley from a good angle. Nahuli na yung mga defender, and that was not the replay of the conversion. That was, almost the same play that could have led to a third goal, but good effort that time around to close the angle. And then throughout the second half, we saw how FEU was not contented with the score line. They wanted to score, and this one could be the save of the match from a run from La Salle. Yasmin May Elauria just using the full wingspan that she has to deny that incursion from La Salle. Final statistics from the bronze medal match. Far Eastern University again just pulling away in the second half and controlling possession for the duration of the match. 18 shots for them, 9 on target, 2 of course finding the back of the net, the rest either going wide or saved by Jessica Marie Pido. More corners for FEU, just managing the time that they have the ball. And then unfortunately though, they have 2 red cards given away, one to Coach Chols and then another for Janly Fontamillas. But in the end, it is FEU winning this one. 2-1 is the final. Don't go away, because when we return, it's going to be Claro Manzano and Ven Furio for the final of the PFF Women's League 2023. It's between Kaya FC Iloilo a powerhouse in the local football scene, and Manila Digger FC, one of the upstart clubs doing pretty well in both the men's and women's divisions. On behalf of the entire broadcast crew as well as the matchday operations team, this has been Levi Verora on the call saying, wherever you are, wherever you're from, we'll see you at the games.